Yo guys, it's Gresh, and the Emiru situation that happened at TwitchCon just yesterday is absolutely insane. Basically, for those of you that have been out of the loop, what happened was Emiru was doing a fan meet and greet at TwitchCon, and the guy jumped over the barriers, groped her, tried to kiss her without consent, and then he got escorted out of the premises. Now, obviously, being assaulted by people is no stranger towards streamers, especially the female streamers. However, this is just more than her being assaulted. This is more into the fact that TwitchCon security couldn't do their job properly. Essentially, after this event took place, TwitchCon then made a statement saying that the guy was removed from the venue and he's been banned permanently from all further Twitch events. And on paper, this would be a good statement if it was true, which it isn't. In a follow-up post, Emiru says that Twitch was just downplaying what really happened and that security didn't act immediately. Not just that, but the guy wasn't even detained on the spot. He was just straight up allowed to leave, and it was only afterwards that he was banned and identified. She even followed up with saying that she doesn't feel safe, nor does she feel like Twitch really cared about her. And it is bad. It really is, but it even goes further because the Twitch CEO, Dan Clancy, said that the situation is unacceptable. He's going to do an internal review and that creator safety is a top priority. But the issue is, it doesn't seem that way given the track record. For context, there's been many streamers in the past at TwitchCon events and stuff like this has happened to them as well. And the security has just been none the wiser than to actually step in. They kind of just sit back and let it unfold until afterwards when it's too little too late. It's a big shame because TwitchCon's a really good platform for people to network, and it's a great place for fans to meet their content creators, or even content creators to meet their fans, which I know a lot of them love to do. But sadly, obviously, Emiru has now made a statement saying that she loves meeting fans, but she can't risk her safety again, essentially saying that she's never going to attend another TwitchCon event in the future. And in her defense, that's completely valid, because if whatever happened to her happened to me, I just know I'd be traumatized, and I would not want to go to any further TwitchCon events, just so I can minimize the risk of it happening again. And the thing is, Emiru's no stranger to stuff like this. If anything, this has happened to her in the past where she's been stalked by a fan before. But the issue is, Twitch is such a high budget event, and you'd think with such a high budget they'd be able to afford good security, all that stuff, but sadly, the security doesn't really do their job. Because of this, so many creators are now speaking up, saying that on Twitch's own premises, stuff like this has happened to them, and the security just hasn't got any better as the years have gone by. Now, there is a video, however, just because I don't want this video to get age restricted, I'm not going to show it. And the reason why this video will get age restricted is because it is literally video footage of an SA happening in real time. However, if you do watch the footage, you will see people are clocking what's happening before the security even realizes. And many people say that they even saw some security guards turn a blind eye. The question is now, how will this get any better? Because it's happened before, it's happened just now, and it's more likely to happen in the future, considering the track record that we're being dealt from Twitch itself. Now, I love Twitch, I really do. I like streaming on Twitch all the time. If you know, you know. But this is something that I just can't really not mention, you know? And I've not got a big platform, I'm not gonna lie. I've only got a K on YouTube, I've only got like 300 something followers on Twitch, and I don't have a big platform. But it just is wise enough for me to mention that this has taken place. And this even goes further to say that this is why streamers have their own hired security guards. Because the security that is paid for them at specific venues aren't doing the job that they're supposed to. Streamers are now dipping into their own pocket to pay for their own security because they don't feel safe in premises such as TwitchCon or even other events that happen. And to even add to all of this, the guy was never actually fully removed from the premises. Instead, he was allowed to leave. Which goes even further to say that if they did react a little late, fair enough, but they didn't even kick the guy out, nothing like that. He was just allowed to leave. Like, there was a complete difference in what they said compared to what actually took place. So not only is the PR tarnished from the security response time, but now they're pretty much lying in people's faces and they're making Emiru feel like she wasn't even welcome or cared about at all, and her safety meant nothing in the eyes of Twitch. And it even goes to show that with a creator with such a size of Emiru's following, who else could it really happen to? Because if it can happen to Emiru, chances are it's very likely to happen to anybody else too. And I know I keep repeating this, but this happens to people IRL. Some IRL streamers will be out and about and they get harassed and whatnot. But you'd think in such a controlled environment such as TwitchCon or even VidCon or any events that take place with such of a caliber as this, something like this can be completely avoided given the security guards that are at these events. But sadly, Twitch just had other plans in mind and they didn't want to hire high-end bodyguards, which is a real shame. This could have all been completely avoided. I mean, we wouldn't have to go through the trauma, they wouldn't have to go through bad PR, and everyone could have been happy and gone home having a fun event. But it's happened, and sadly we don't know what's going to happen now because Twitch might leave everybody else in the dark, and we might end up having to go dark. who knows. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to rant about this pretty much. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment. Hype points, they're a thing now, so you know, do the thing with the hype points. And I'll see you lot in a bit. Take care and peace.
But a good time only fades if we let it. If you wanted me to stay, then you probably should have said it. I was caught up, grown up and forgetting. Spot you at a party in the middle of the winter. Mobbing through the clouds and rolling up a spliffy from a little beach town to pulling up in the city. Gotta get away, I gotta roll. Easy to say but hard to let go. I gotta get a raise, I've been feeling low daily. I've been mobbing coast to coast to coast lately.